Good evening and welcome to Sunset News. In this half hour, we bring you the latest news, stories from the community, economic indicators, tomorrow's weather and sports. I am Aina Raiza Kweo. In the news tonight, Oshana Regional Council plans to appeal the decision by the Office of the Prime Minister not to allow drought relief food to the region, saying that there are more people in need in the region who are also food insecure and depend on the aid from the drought relief. Chief Regional Officer Teopolina Hamutumwa said the decision to have the region excluded from the drought relief program has now forced them to source funds to assist the people in need. Hamutumwa made the remarks on Wednesday during a quarterly meeting with the Regional Council and local authorities at Oshakati, saying they continue to request food aid from the messes on a daily basis. Now, in our next story, an urgent application launched by the High Court by Professor Muchinde Kachua to stop the Ovaherero Traditional Authority Chief Council Chair Chief Vipka Kapua from holding a Chief Council meeting at Okanjira this weekend has been foiled, as the judgment on the matter will only be handed down on Tuesday next week. According to Oyadhuva Kaumbi, the spokesperson and advisor to the Kapua, it was clear that the judge did not find the matter urgent, otherwise he would have granted an interim order. Moving right along, today the ambassador of Finland, Lena Viljanen, launched a human rights project under the name of Reducing Family Violence in San Communities. Representatives of the 5 villages that will benefit from the project were present and named domestic violence as one of the biggest problems in the San communities. Maria Kulas of the Omaheke region said, "Violence has been brought to us and it kills us. It is like a disease which won't go away. $1 million Namibian dollars will be donated by the Finnish embassy to this project. The aim is to end the vicious cycle of violence that sees family members hating each other and thus target men as much as women. A home should be a place where people feel safe." Moving on to our next story. Bacteria can be shared through the frequent physical and affiliative behavior of elephants. Members of some groups often rub against each other or explore each other's bodies, for instance. In the process, a telltale head odor is shared among herd members. These are some of the findings by Dr. Catherine von Dughern, the leader of Wildlife Free Roam Research Program at the Stellenbosch University. After studying African elephant sense of smell as part of her recent PhD in conservation ecology, Van Dughern says elephants are very skilled at distinguishing between people according to smells and can track a specific person across an area. Moving right along, according to the Ministry of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, a whopping 52,899 ID cards have not been collected by Namibians who applied for them, and they are piling up at the ministry's offices. From the 114,345 ID cards that have been produced in 2021-2022 financial year, only 61,455 cards have been collected. An SMS service in partnership with the MTC have been introduced to remind applicants through notifications to come and collect their IDs. In our next story, on Wednesday, Wicca officials started this year's carnival festivities with their mask ball. This is the first carnival since 2019 after all festivities were cancelled the last 2 years due to COVID-19 pandemic. The Wicca events will go on until Sunday. That brings us to the end of our top stories. In community news, we focus on SPCA Windhoek and waste dumping in Swakopmund. See you right after the break.
Go far with Paratus. Go further with Paratus Fiber. Paratus, offering high-speed, reliable fiber connectivity, starting from only 599 Namibian dollars per month. Unlimit your lifestyle and visit na.paratus.africa for more information.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Welcome back to Sunset News. In a community talk this evening, the SPCA Windhoek is happy to announce how much money they raised during their fundraiser. Also check out what animals they have up for adoption.
If you are looking at adopting a new family member, then visit the SPCA in Windhoek. Here is Lera. She's a 22-week-old female dog. If you need something else as a pet, then there's Tippy, a 7-month-old guinea pig that is also available and up for adoption at the SPCA in Windhoek. If you are more of a cat person, Serenity is looking for her forever home, and she is a 3-year-old female cat ready to be adopted. The SPCA recently said in a statement that they are happy to announce that they raised 20,000 Namibian dollars on the dot for the animals during their garage sale last weekend, and this will help feed all the animals for about 14 days. Residents of Windhoek are encouraged to apply as members of the SPCA with a membership fee of only 365 Namibian dollars per year.
Claved Mwanangobe, section head of solid waste management of local municipality, urges residents of Swakopmund to use the facilities at their disposal and prevent illegal waste dumping. He spoke to Michelin Nawatises.
Usually they just don't drive them to disposal sites like the landfill site that is available for them. They just go into a empty corner or empty space and then they chuck it there. It's not allowed, it's making our Swakopmund very dirty. So you are encouraged, especially the contracting companies, the building contractors, you are encouraged, please make use of our landfill site. Our landfill site is behind Matutura on the Hentis Bay Road. It's free of charge. You just have to drive in there and you dump everything there. It's for free of charge. No one is going to charge you. The landfill site is open from 7:30 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening. Please make use of these facilities for you. Otherwise, Swakopmund is looking very dirty now. People are throwing illegal dumping everywhere, all waste. Please, you're encouraged to support us. The residents as well in the community, I'd like to urge you as well, please report all illegal dumping activities. If you see anyone doing anything that is uncalled for, please, you are welcome to call our offices, report those people, we will find them, we will clean. Let's keep our Swakopmund clean. There's a number that you can call, you can find it on our website, 064 410 4500. 410 4500. So please report all the illegal dumping activity and let's play a part in making Swakopmund a beautiful city.
Today is World Health Day. We talk about that right after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Sunset News. World Health Day was commemorated today, and being a part of a global village, Namibians are encouraged to do their bit for their own health and the health of the world around us.
Our planet and our health are interrelated. We need access to clean water, clean air, nutritious food, and an environment that facilitates our mental and physical well-being wherever we live, and quality health service for everyone, everywhere, and at all times. While we expect this from our planet, sadly, we haven't paid the same attention. Our actions are depleting and polluting our natural resources, creating a crisis that threatens our health and our very existence. The impact of climate change causes floods, forest fires, droughts, intense rainfall, and a rise in temperature, which all cause much suffering, displacing people and taking their lives, impacting their health and livelihood. Outbreaks of infectious diseases, trauma, injuries, heat stroke, malnutrition, and undernutrition resulting from food shortages due to crop failures are also related to climate change. Today, climate change has emerged as the single biggest threat to our ever-expanding unplanned cities and habitation of areas. Changing food habits, unhealthy lifestyles are contributing to the growing numbers of people affected by life-threatening and debilitating diseases, such as diabetes, heart ailments, respiratory illnesses, obesity, and road traffic injuries, to name just a few. Every year, 13 million lives are lost globally due to avoidable environmental causes. These unfortunate deaths and suffering also speak of the pressure and the state of our health systems. The ongoing pandemic has exposed the inequitable and unsustainable systems in which we exist. However, the pandemic has also provided an opportunity to build back better and greener. But we must act now for our planet and for our health. So how can we go about this? Simply protect and preserve nature, promote afforestation, improve air quality, stop polluting agricultural practices, promote sustainable farming, protect drinking water supplies, build climate resilient and environmentally sustainable healthcare facilities, ensure water and sanitation are integral to primary healthcare services which are accessible to all. Promote climate resilient water sanitation and hygiene, promote environmentally sustainable practices, and ensure quick and healthy energy transition. Rigorously enforce air quality standards, increase investment in public transport infrastructure, promote healthy and sustainable food systems, build healthy livable cities with green and healthy spaces to promote physical activity. On World Health Day, the WHO is calling on one and all to act together to protect our health and our planet for a healthier tomorrow.
Pick n Pay Group grew its sales by more than 5% over the past year. More on this in economic news right after the break. Welcome back to Sunset News, and thank you very much for joining us. Pick n Pay Group grew its sales by more than 5% over the past years, with its clothing division seeing a 21% growth and the group's liquor sales increasing by more than 57%. The latter is despite the loss of 66 liquor trading days due to alcohol sales bans. In the previous year, it lost more than 200 100 days. In a trading update for the year ended 27th February 2022, the retailer said its group sales grew by 5.2% to 97.9 billion rand. This is despite the impact of the civil unrest in July 2021, which cost the retailer around 1.8 billion rand. Now let's have a look at the economic indicators. The Namibian dollar is down against all major currencies. On the NSX, MTC stock is held its ground, while Namibian Breweries Limited plunged by 6.60%. Both the local and overall indexes are down 2.38% and 0.34% respectively. All commodities are down. Brent crude oil took the biggest tumble with a 5.5% dip. After the break, we take a look at tomorrow's weather prediction. Stay with Sunset News. Happy Thursday and thank you very much for choosing us. Now let's have a look at tomorrow's weather. Sunny conditions can be expected in Oshakati and Enana with a maximum of 39 degrees projected for the latter, making Enana the hottest in the country. Walvis Bay can expect partly cloudy conditions and a minimum of 14 degrees, while Luderitz will be sunny with a maximum of 28 degrees. In the international news slot tonight, we zone in on the speech made by Zimbabwean journalist Hopewell Chinono at the 14th Annual Geneva Summit for Human Rights. Stay with us.
Have you received a loan from NSFAF? NSFAF loan is the same as any other loan. It must be paid and settled. NSFAF has a set of guidelines on how you can repay your loan and become debt-free. Therefore, it is important that you, a former beneficiary and a responsible Namibian, show your patriotism by helping pay back your loan and thus helping NSFAF become a revolving fund for the benefit of future potential students. By failing to pay back your NSFAF loan, you risk being blacklisted or having a court order against you. So arrange with the fund to pay back your loan today. For more information on how you can repay your loan, visit our website at www.nasfaf.na or visit our Facebook page or Twitter. Do the right thing and hashtag #PayBackTheMoney.
Welcome back, and here are the international news. The 14th Annual Geneva Summit for Human Rights and Democracy took place this week. Speaking on Wednesday was Hopewell Chinono, an award-winning Zimbabwean journalist and filmmaker who has worked with the BBC, ITV News and the New York Times. During his speech, he spoke on attacks on free speech in Zimbabwe, saying, "Being here is a remarkable feat considering that I am coming from Zimbabwe. You never know whether you will be allowed to leave the country or arrested at the airport for having done nothing." He also delved into the corruption in Zimbabwe, asking why the people are so poor yet the country is so wealthy. In 2008, Chinono won CNN's African Journalist of the Year award. He joined the Harvard University as a Nieman Fellow the following year. In 2020, Chinono published an expose alleging corruption in the administration of President Emmerson Mnangagwa. His reporting forced the government to fire the health minister, but also resulted in his arrest on baseless charges. Chinono was released on bail in September 2020, but re-arrested in November after being being accused of contempt of court for exposing further corruption in Zimbabwe's judicial system. On his arrest, Chinono highlighted how he would move house to house every day, fearing abduction by the state security agents, revealing that other critics were abducted and disappeared for days only to be released having been tortured. In Zimbabwe, arrest is a tool of persecution used to silence journalists, critics, and the opposition, but I refuse to be silenced. We must hold the corrupt to account for their action, he said. In January this year, Chinono was arrested for the third time in 6 months on charges of communicating falsehood that aimed to silence him. The law used by the police to arrest him was later found to no longer exist. Now, in sport news, we focus on cricket, volleyball, and a 28-year-old marathon record. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Sunset News, and here is the sports news. Namibia senior cricket team coach Pierre de Bruin says the just ended Castlelite T20 and 50-over series that took place at Wanderers Cricket Club the past 2 weeks were an important eye-opener which served its purpose. In our next story, the Dome in Swakopmund will again be a hive of volleyball action when the Namibia Volleyball Federation hosts the famous Bank Windhoek Dog Open tournament. President Hilary Imbawa has hinted at a bigger event than the previous year. We expect this year's event to be bigger than the previous one. 16 females and 22 male teams will contest for the top honors, Imbawa emphasized. Reinhold Thomas, one of Namibia's elite longer distance runner, has set his sight on breaking the men's national marathon record that was set by Lucas Swartboy 28 years ago. After the break, we bring you highlights from today's broadcast.
Go far with Paratus. Go further with Paratus Fiber. Paratus, offering high-speed, reliable fiber connectivity, starting from only $599 Namibian per month. Unlimit your lifestyle and visit na.paratus.africa for more information.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Welcome back. Now, if you didn't get a chance to catch our top stories tonight, here are some of the highlights. Oshana Regional Council plans to appeal the decision by the Office of the Prime Minister not to award drought relief food to the region, saying that there are many people in the region who are food insecure and depend on aid from the drought relief. Chief Regional Officer Teopolina Hamutuma said the decision to have the region excluded from the drought relief program has now forced them to source funds to assist the people in need. According to the Ministry of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, a whopping 52,899 ID cards have not been collected by Namibians who applied for them, and they are piling up at the ministry's offices. From the ID cards that were produced in the 2021-2022 financial year, only 61,455 cards have been collected. Pick n Pay Group grew its sales by more than 5% over the past year, with its clothing division seeing 21% growth and the group's liquor sales increasing by more than 57%. The latter is despite the loss of 66 liquor trading days due to alcohol sales ban. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all any major platforms, on weekdays, as well as on our website called OneUp2. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 as well as GoTV channel 94 every weekday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. I am Aina Raiza Kweyo. This has been Sunset News. Please don't end your day without us.